then, we're back to Talkin Money with Jeff Tarbell.
Right, how you doing? Our final segment. Not used to doing only 1 hour. This is like cheating. And it's like cheating on your girlfriend and being a CEO of another company, and everybody finds out about it. So we do have a guest today. I think you were on last year too, weren't you, Darren?
I skipped out last year. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you were down at the bar.
I think I got sucked into the track walking and checking all the,
that's right.
the guys riding. So
that's right.
So I'm glad I'm here today.
Yeah, Darren Rowles has joined us, and Darren is a multi-sport. So you were here. Was it yesterday you were racing, or was it this morning?
Yesterday.
Okay.
Actually Thursday, did the amateur day. We had this crossover event every year here in Hangtown, which is cool. It brings in professional athletes from other sports: surf, skate, BMX. Mountain bike, ski, snowboard. So
John and I know who you are because we're psycho skiers. But why don't you give us the Reader's Digest version of your resume so our listeners know who Darren Rowles is?
Well, grew up in the Bay Area, weekend warrior. Went to Tahoe when I was 12 years old, and kind of took off on the ski racing career. And was on the national team for 15 years. I raced alpine, like downhill, Super GGS. And then crossed over into ski cross at X Games, and went back to the Olympics in 2010 to represent the U.S. for ski cross, which is a debut sport that year. And that's kind of like moto on skis. It's pretty cool. It's a built track.
Awesome.
Alpine ski racing, you against the mountain, you against the clock. And so you got to be really focused on terrain and just trying to shave down a line wherever you can and have the fastest time on the way to the bottom. But ski cross, it's head-to-head action, and
you throwing elbows.
It's a little wily out there, but it was fun. It's just, I have a huge passion for riding motocross. Love the ski, so it's a nice blend of that. And
so 15 years, really competitively skiing. It seems to me was that something your parents got you into, or was that a passion you had?
My parents met skiing. We just dragged my sister and I up to Tahoe. We'd ski as a cool family sport, and then they just kind of threw us in the race program at Alpine. Yeah. And just had some friends to ski with, and it was more I wasn't really focused on it. In the U.S., you don't really look at skiing as a way to make a living or a career. Right. As the way it is in Europe. But just every year it kind of progressed, got better and better, and then I wanted to make the U.S. team, made the U.S. team, and it just from there. Did
you ski in the Olympics in downhill, or just in the arena in the ski cross?
I did 4 Olympics total, so 3 in alpine.
Okay.
And then 1 freestyle, which the ski cross is under the freestyle governing body. But
so in the Olympics, what was your highest finish in the Olympics?
7th.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of I'm world champion. I've been gold, silver, bronze at Worlds, and in 2006 I thought that was my time. It's really you can bring home gold for the downhill, and I had the most wins. I had 3 wins in the World Cup on downhill circuit, podiums in GS and Super G, and I was on fire, and then just didn't make it happen there. But I could look back just knowing that I gave everything I had. And
please, seventh in the world.
How it goes. But everybody looks at skiing as okay, you meet somebody on the plane, what do you do? Ski, a race, and have you been to the Olympics? Yeah. And there's to me it's a huge part of the sport. It's a time for us to shine because we can it's a platform, to show off what we can do in our sport. But it's we're on the World Cup every year, full schedules, and to me the highlight was Kitzbühel in Austria. It's the biggest downhill that we have that everybody kind of takes as the one you want to win. In your lifetime, if you're a ski racer and you're downhill skier, that's the one. That's the scariest one, the most challenging one, and actually won that. And I was able to step up. In 5 years, I was on the podium 7 times between downhill and Super G there. So that was pretty much my highlight for my racing career. So
when we're talking with Darren Rowles, can you make a living in the United States as a professional skier? And I don't care whether it's downhill or freestyle or whatever. Can you make a living? And if you can, is it only racing, or how can you do it?
Well, fortunately, I have been since I was 19. Okay. And it's been awesome. I'm really appreciative. It's just I'm still able to go. After my racing career, I'm now into filming, design with Atomic, new skis, boots, bindings, and all that. But there's a huge opportunity now. Okay. Look at all the action sports. X Games. It's given a big, just platform for athletes to get in the mainstream. Yeah. And there's guys that are they're definitely making some big money. in the film and the competition world, that, you know, in the slope style, the half pipe, and even big mountain skiing, it's a little less, but you know, we're starting to like tap into kind of like the consumer group, you know, and that's kind of what's important.
So does your income? So you get into these, you know, like the stuff I like to watch you is some of the big mountain skiing now and some of the stuff you're doing there, and so you have to. I always ask myself, does your income doesn't come from winning races anymore because you're not racing, but your income. So if you do a big mountain film, you look at some of these films, and I watch you like on Haynes and coming down these things. I'm like, this is ridiculous. But is that your way of getting your name out there so you can get more sponsors and your living comes from the sponsors rather than the actual event of skiing down the hill for the producer?
It does, yeah. It's just how you can represent someone else, you know. And everybody's asking for sponsors, this and that. And my website, DarrenRalls.com, is on hookit.com, and that's a way they try and help out like young kids coming up, you know, and bridge the gap and introduce them to potential sponsors, and that's our thing. But you have to, now it's so much social media these days and all that. It's not about just like results, but I mean, I've been able to establish like myself through my results and win a lot of races in the World Cup and being a world champion and everything in alpine ski racing, where that's been able to transcend into the free ski world. So, and now like with Red Bull, Atomic, Spider, like those are my big sponsors that I represent and do a lot of work with right now, and it's more like designing equipment for next year, for, you know, years. I mean, we're actually into 2014 with what we're skiing on right now, like testing and all that. So,
yeah. How's your local bonsai tour? How's that working?
Yeah,
out?
And that's another thing that's really cool. Like, it blends like the moto scene with old time racing, where it was rough, nasty. I mean, you have head to head. It's like I call it the Rouse Bonsai Tour because it is a little bit of bonsai. You know, it's just it's
top
Mother Nature,
first one to the bottom.
Natural terrain. Nothing's groomed. I set a course to accentuate as much natural terrain as possible, and this last season just kept all in Tahoe. We had it at Kirkwood, Alpine, Squaw, and Sugar Bowl, and getting ready for next season. You know, just trying to ramp that up.
Okay, hey Chris, how much time we got there, Chris? Okay, so that's it. So if you want to find out more about Darren Ralves, it's RAHLVES, Darren Ralves. You can find his website and more information on his bonsai tour. That sound means we are done for the day. Darren, I appreciate you. Sorry we got in late, but I appreciate you coming by and saying hi.
Yeah, thanks a lot, John. And great seeing you guys. And let's get check out some moto action. It's going to be a good day today.
Let's do it. All right. Hey, Chris, thanks very much for your help down there in the studio. We'll see you.